Hey everybody, I have a bunch of vinyl albums from bands that were from Indianapolis, where I'm from. So here we go. So the first one is a Christian rock group called Good Seed, and I've got I got all their albums, as far as I know. They all are from the 70s. This is their self-titled Christian album. Here is an album they put out called Rooted and Grounded. Okay. Here's an album they put out called Fishers of Men. And they did put out a secular album, another self-titled one called Good Seed. This is the Good Seed's a group I used to see a whole lot in the 70s at different places that they performed. And in the 90s, they did like a reunion performance. So here's a band my brother was in. He played bass and sang on it, and he performed on this album. The Carlton Taylor Band, Indiana Lady. Here's a rock band that goes back to the 60s, The Chosen Few. One of the ones that did make it big. They were from the Indianapolis, Indiana, parts of Indiana area back in the day. I don't know if they were from Indianapolis or not, but they were, from the area, Indiana. Here's a band, the Faith Band. Here's an album of theirs called Excuse Me, I Just Cut an Album. Here's an album they put out called Rock and Romance. And here's one that they put out called Face to Face. Here's one they put out called Vital Signs. One of the members of the band went on to be a DJ at one of the radio stations here, at least one and maybe a few more, back in the 70s. And he came back to doing a radio show on here in the 90s sometime. Another band. I stand corrected. It wasn't the Faith Band. It was someone from this band, Roadmaster. Adam Smasher was the DJ. I forget his real name. This is their self-titled album, and it was made locally. But they did get signed to Mercury. So here's their Sweet Music album. This is their Hey World album. And this is their Fortress album. So that's the groups from Indianapolis area that I have albums of.